Today is December 11th and I am back in Oklahoma, and we left on Saturday after Colston's basketball game. So we didn't leave till about 3 o'clock from Minot and made it to Winter, South Dakota the first day, and then got up super early and made it back to Dylan's parents' house probably about 4. And our first order of business was going to see my horses and my cows, and Bessie had her baby and Mabel had a baby, so I was really happy to get to see those. And the horses are looking good, so we came and got some loads of stuff. There's my load, skid steer and just random things. And then we've got the storage container loaded over there, which is full of all of Dylan's shop stuff. So we are gonna go ahead and leave today and hopefully make it back tomorrow in time for Colston's next ball game. So we will hopefully have safe travels and no worries with weather. This container has all of Dylan's shop stuff in it. We came home to get it, take it back to North Dakota with us. Happy New Year, everyone. Today is January 1st, 2024, and I hope you guys all had a very Merry Christmas. We enjoyed the break. We actually stayed home the entire time, which doesn't happen very often. Even when we lived in Oklahoma, we would either go to my parents', which is 5 hours away, or we would go skiing or go on a trip and meet up with other family. So it was nice to just be home the entire break. Colston had some basketball games over the break as well, so we spent a weekend in Minot, and since we spent that weekend, we went ahead and celebrated Riggins' 12th birthday a little early. His birthday is actually January 5th, but since we were in town and going to be spending the night, we went ahead and did that as well. Took him and some friends ice skating, and then they swam at the hotel, so they had a really great time, and we enjoyed just hanging out with friends and being there in Minot watching the basketball games. So today we are going to unload our spring wheat bag that we did when we cut this summer, sometime in August. We cut this crop, so we're going to unload the bag while the weather is really nice. We haven't got much snow on the ground, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and get this delivered while it's a nice day. Today is April 26th, and my name is Kylee DeBock, and my husband Dylan and I own DeBock Harvesting. We will be going on our 21st season this year, but first we are actually in North Dakota planting some spring wheat. We've been doing this. Dylan's been coming to North Dakota since 2020 to plant with our farmer. We all lived in Oklahoma, and so Dylan would come up here and start planting, and then the kids and I would stay back in Oklahoma for them to be able to finish school. But since we've made the big move to North Dakota, we are actually I get to help with that process this year. So I'm in the rock picker, and I go behind the drill and pick the rocks up that he pulls up with the drill. This morning I went to Berthold and got the seed wheat, so it's kind of been a busy morning already. But we've been planting since Monday. I'll turn you around here because here he comes. We've been planting spring wheat since Monday, so today is Friday, so we've got a few days in. The moisture is looking really good for that to be a good start, so hopefully after we get a few more fields done, we will get some rain, which will be helpful. And then this summer we'll do our harvest just like normal. We'll go down to Oklahoma and start there. and then work our way back up to North Dakota. So that's kind of what we're doing right now, and I hope everybody out there is having a great day. Today is May 2nd, and I am in the camper working. We ended up getting some rain, so that kind of put a stop to our seeding for a while. So I decided I probably ought to better get out here and get started on this project. With it already being the 2nd of May, we're going to be leaving on harvest sooner than we think. So it's going to come fast. The kids get out of school the 22nd, and so we will probably be leaving pretty soon right after that. To get down to Oklahoma to start on our job in northwest Oklahoma. We usually start cutting there about the first week of June. So it'll be a little different this year since we have to get all of our equipment 1,000 miles instead of just being in Oklahoma to start our job. So we took down a combine over spring break when we went home to visit family over the kids' spring break. At the end of March. So we have one machine already down there, and then we'll be able to get the rest of the stuff after the boys get out of school. So as always, starting in the camper after it's been sitting for a while is always fun, and I always take all the food and everything out of the camper. I don't leave anything in it. But somehow I left a bag of filled peas that we had cut, and I had labeled and the date that we cut them, and I must have been going to give them to somebody or keep them for whatever reason, I don't know. But they got left in here, and the mice had a heyday with those. So I'm finding those everywhere, in Dylan's shoes, in Riggins' drawer, under my kitchen sink. So everything in this camper is going to have to be washed thoroughly, because if they've been in one thing, they've been in it all. So it's going to be quite the project to get all of that cleaned up. Right now I'm not hooked up to water since it's still getting cold at night, so we still have the camper winterized. So that step will have to wait a little bit. But I've got everything vacuumed, swept up, pulled the clothes out so I can take those in and get those washed. So it's just one of those things I definitely will not do again. So the projects around here are never ending. Dylan's out there working on the service truck and getting some things done with it. So the harvest projects are starting. May 6th, and Dylan is headed south with combine number 2. Safe travels, honey. Today is May 11th, and we are out at the field fixing to fill the drill. Just bringing the auger over, the semi there full of lentils. We will be planting that here at our field in Powers Lake. Riggins way back there in that other field with the rock picker, and Colson's actually working for another farmer, so he's helping him today get his stuff done. We've had some rain last week, so Dylan actually took the combine to Oklahoma for our first job there just to get Today is May 31st and we are finally headed south. So it is about 6:30 and we are pulling out of the Cenex here in Powers Lake. So we are taking the tractor and grain cart and our camper, and that's the last two things. We flew some people up from Oklahoma and they took down the Mack and the double grain trailers and our service truck, and so since Colston wasn't going at the same time, we didn't have enough drivers, so that was really helpful that they did that for us. So Colston's going to be watching it for a little while. He'll be going to FFA convention the 3rd through the 6th, and then he has a football camp to go through on June 8th, and then him and my mom will be flying back to Oklahoma on June 9th. So we'll get down there and get started, and when he gets there, he'll hop right in the combine and start going. So it's been a little different loading the camper up here and the 70-degree weather. The other day I had a sweatshirt on loading the camper. That's never happened. So it's a little hard to wrap your mind around leaving from up here that the wheat's already ready in Oklahoma. Even though we lived there for our whole lives, the weather here has just been so beautiful that you can't hardly think that it's time to go down and cut when you're still planting crops up here. So Dylan got finished up here with our stuff and just fighting with the rain, but we did finally get through it, and so then we are glad that's all done and we are ready to start harvest for 2024, our 21st season. Today is June 1st and we are in Alva. Got the camper all set up, just got finished unloading the tractor and grain cart and got the trailer unhooked and got the grain trailer hooked up to the semi. So now we're gonna just kind of get a few more things done. Combines are here, get those ready to go to the field. Unfortunately it rained this morning, so we won't be cutting today, but hopefully tomorrow if it doesn't rain this evening, because we actually have a chance tonight. So our travel from North Dakota went well, and now we are all hot and sweaty and muggy since it rained, so we are getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, and so lovely to be back in Oklahoma weather. Over here picking up some canola. Fixing to make his first swipe of the year.